Hey everybody, welcome in. And Sorcerer Stones, it's time for their tier list. I know a lot of people have been asking which one's the best, so I thought I'll just make this graphic so everybody can have it. So it's easy enough so it doesn't get asked all the time. But we're gonna start with what is best, and the best all around are the speed stones. And that is for reasons plainly short and simple is the speed currently in the game is broken. Speed is king. Speed is the best thing ever. The more speed you have, the more turns you're going to have, the more abilities you're going to get off, the more damage you're going to do. So it kind of covers everything. And you can upset the original turn structures and things like that. So the more speed you have, especially on faster characters, they'll lap slow characters. So that is why I've done a couple of videos on explaining all these things a whole lot more. So if you want more information on stones, go and check out one of my older videos in the description below for more info on these stones. But that takes us down to the next tier. Great. Which stones are just going to be good? And that is going to be the attack and defense stones. Now, I did wonder about one of the other stones joining this tier, but I'll give that explanation when it comes to it. But for the attack and defense stones, pretty much, if you have a tank or someone that you need to defend, you're going to want defense stones. And they are going to just help your character survive more, take far more hits, and anyone with high defense is going to be an amazing candidate for a defense stone. Now, attack stones, pretty much any character at all can use a attack stone, and it's just going to boost up their attack. It's going to do far more for characters that have naturally higher attacks, or characters that do a lot of attacks within their specials. It's going to be amazing. Now, also, I must say, for defense stones, you can also use them for characters that don't attack much, but you need them to survive. So that's where defense stones can come in handy. But also, number one is the speed stones, because if you don't have them attacking, you're still going to want to use their abilities a lot. And so you want a speed stone. That's why they are best all round, best by far, I was going to put. But that is why they are so great, because you're going to get more attacks, more turns, more abilities out there. Right, then it goes down to the situational tier. So if we go down to the situational tier, that's going to bring us to healing stones, crit chance stones, and health stones. Now, I was wanting to put the crit chance stones up in the great, but they are one of those things, they are great situationally on certain characters that use crits in their kits. They have built in, say, if they crit, they'll do this. They are great. They are amazing. But outside of that, on a lot of other type of characters, they are not the best. And someone who has naturally high crit will be amazing. Someone who doesn't, they're going to be like, not really worth it. You'll be better off with attack stones. So that is why they are in a situational. Now, healing stones, the health recovery stones, they are down in situational because they are only good in consistent healers. They're not even good in all healers. The reason being is, say, if you put one healing stone on Ariel, it's not going to be great, because she's only got one move that uses it. So you're wasting a stone spot for one ability. It doesn't even matter. And do you know what? If you increase, say, the crit chance on Ariel, she would actually do more healing. Like her healings can crit. And so you can use that to your ability, your advantage, to get more out of your healing that way. So that's just a little pro tip for some things, is that crit stones do affect your healing. So that's why sometimes you have big numbers of healing coming in. So just a little pro tip there. So situational. Now the only ones that I'd really recommend that are auto healers. Auto healers like Dr. Facilia. He's consistently healing, consistently all the time, and that's all you really want to use him for. You want him to heal, you want him to heal big. So healing stones, the recovery stones for him. Now, potentially Anna, because her passive is healing, but it all depends on what you want from her. Now, 100% best for her, speed stones. because you want to use her abilities, use her attacks more often. Her recovery is just kind of like an added bonus, and especially in the Wild Imagination meta at the moment, all it takes is a heal block and that stone is useless. So that is why that's there. Now HP stones, health stones, they are in situational because generally it's better to have a defense stone, generally, than more HP. Unless there is a character with super low defense and you just want to have them more HP, and the defense stones are not giving them enough to survive longer, maybe an HP stone will just give them that little bit more to survive longer. But generally in the whole, when you're equipping even a full HP stone, you're only talking about a couple of thousand health at max level, and that goes in one extra hit. So there are a few characters that have more health benefits in their kits, say like Sully, or you can even go with, say, Mordu. Some of them have built-in kits around health, and that's where they can be usable. But even saying that, there are still better stones to use rather than just them. So that is why they are situational. You can find good uses for them, and that's going to bring us to the last tier, needs a buff. Crit damage stones, crit power. They just don't do enough. Pretty much, the only reason why you're going to use one of these is if you've used every other stone and you just need a stone for a placeholder, and that is because damage stones will increase more damage on a crit than a crit power stone, and you're going to be doing more damage on your basic attacks and any other abilities that don't crit. The only time you really ever want to try one of these is a character who is guaranteeing critting all the time. Maybe like Big Bad Wolf. But in saying that, you're still losing out when he doesn't crit. So that's why attack stones are just better in that regard. And for crit power, to have a separate stone on it, it just doesn't do anywhere near enough. So that is why it needs a buff. It needs to be way higher. Absolutely way higher. Now people might say, well, what about Dash, when Dash is going to be critting a lot, or the Incredibles teams? You can use it there, but you can also use a attack stone and get more of that damage all around. So that's why it's in the needs a buff. It's if ever it's used, it's probably just going to be used because you have nothing else to use, or just want to test it. So that is going to be the tier list. I will have copies of this on my Discord, and I'll share it around, so if you want to use it, it'll be around. So hopefully this was helpful. I'll have more info on all the stones if you want more in-depth information and which characters can be better with them. So let me know what you guys think. Can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments below, and we'll see you all soon.